Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to Peter's Movie Club, but we're going to change it up a little bit, okay? We're going to change up Peter's Movie Club for a little bit, just for the month of October. We're going to make it Peter's Spooky Movie Club. Now, if the movies that I pick over here for October are going to be extremely gory or anything like that, I will let you know in advance. This week's movie is probably one of my favorite Halloween movies of life. I try to watch it every year, but I don't think that I watched it last year, so I'm really, really excited. It's, of course, available on Tubi, but before I get to that, let me explain a few things. So, last Friday, I took the day off. I did not do Peter's Movie Club last week, and there were a couple reasons why. For those of you that have been keeping up with stuff, you know that, like, little Boo Radley, our dog, has been struggling lately, so that was one of the reasons. The other reason was that we were coming right off of not having electricity, so I was like, I'm just gonna postpone it for a week and whatever. And the last movie that I picked was Suburbia, which I was really, really excited to watch, but I didn't watch it last week because we were dealing with a lot of stuff to do with Boo Radley and whatnot, and so I was like, oh, I think that's what happened was that last Thursday, anyway, so I hadn't watched it. So my plan was to watch it last night, although I was kind of unsure whether or not I wanted to watch it last night. I was like, oh, no, let's go right into my movie for this week. I was kind of unsure whether or not I was even going to watch it for this week because I wanted to watch other shows, but I really wanted to make this video coming back to Peter's Movie Club because this is something that I am just really, really loving doing. I'm having such a good time, even if only 5 or 10 people are watching the movies every week that I'm talking about. I am loving taking a walk down memory lane and watching nostalgic movies. Like, I'm having such a fun time doing this, so I am not planning on stopping this, but I will say this. For those of you that were watching Peter's, or the Shark Movie Club over my Peter Watches TV channel, I want to make this announcement over here, and I'll probably make it over there sometime next week. I have decided to postpone Peter's, or the Shark Movie Club, until next spring. I'm just kind of really not in the mood to watch a lot of shark movies in the winter time and in the fall. I'm more excited to watch, like, Halloween movies, scary shows, suspenseful shows, and things like that. So I will resume. It will be coming back. I will resume the Shark Movie Club next spring when it starts getting warm and I'm getting ready for the pool to open and I'm ready for summer and things like that. So the Shark Movie Club will be coming back, but it will be coming back next spring or summer, so it's taking a little hiatus. So I went last night because I was like, okay, well, you're kind of caught up on all your shows. I got caught up on Welcome to Plathville, and I got caught up on all my shows, Golden Bachelorette, Survivor, and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, well, you might as well watch Suburbia because that was your movie. It's been 2 weeks now. Watch it, and then you'll be all caught up on the movies. So I go in to watch it last night, and it's no longer on Tubi. So it must have been one of the Leaving Soon movies. There is a Suburbia that's over on Tubi, but it's not the Suburbia that I picked for Movie Club. So I will watch it, because I don't mind if I have to pay for it and find it somewhere else. So I didn't really, to be honest with you, look that hard, because I was like wanting to really watch Dark Winds, this show that I started, because I'm on the 2nd season. So I was like, well, I will watch it. I'll watch it sometime in the next week or two. So I will watch Suburbia, and when I do, I will come back and I will give you my reaction to Suburbia. I was going to, last year in the month of October, I wasn't watching as many TV shows as I'm watching now, but since I'm now watching TV shows all the time, I'm currently watching, like, I mean, honest to God, like 15 TV shows, and new TV shows are coming out every day, and I'm covering them over my Peter Watches TV channel, and I'm having so much fun that I don't know that I want to. I was going to pick one horror movie franchise and watch all of them. Last year, leading up to Friday the 13th on this channel, I watched all the Friday the 13th movies in like 3 or 4 days, and I'm glad that I did it. They weren't that great, but I'm glad that I did it. Now, I watched all the Halloween movies, but last year leading up to Halloween, over here, we all watched all the Halloween movies together as well. I did both of those projects over here in the month of October. So in October last year, I watched all the Halloween, some of you guys did too, all the Halloween movies and all the Friday the 13th movies. So this year, I was like, okay, I'm going to pick a horror movie franchise, and then we'll just all watch it together getting ready for Halloween. But I've got so many shows to watch that I don't want to commit to something that I can't do. And I was going to pick the Saw movie franchise because I've never watched all the Saw movies. And I mentioned last year that going into November, I might do that, and then I just never announced it or anything. So that was what I was going to do. So by all means, if you want to watch all the horror movies, or all the Saw movies, go right ahead, but I'm not going to. So that brings me to, okay, then what am I going to do for this month? Because I always wanted to pick kind of spooky thrillers, not necessarily just Halloween movies, because I know some people don't like just Halloween, but just spooky movies. I have like a thriller, a horror movie. I don't know if this would probably be considered a horror movie, but I think it's more scary. It's more kind of like very tame Stephen King, even though it's not even a Stephen King one that I'm picking for this week. But I have like 4 movies for this week, or for this month, that we're gonna watch. And so I'm very excited about all of them. And no, they're not on the Leaving soon, so I will be able to watch all of them. But the first one was something that I was looking through them to kind of figure out which order I was gonna put them in. And I was actually gonna save this week's movie for the last week, because it's the one that's probably the most Halloweenish out of all of them. And I was like, well, and I might switch up them a little bit, so we'll find out down the road. I mean, I have like 10 that I've picked, but 4 that I've like decided on, but I might switch them out. So it might be a little bit more that are, if you guys want, let me know in the comment section below if you would like more Halloween focused movies, and I can do that. But the one for this week does have to do with Halloween. And I thought I was going to save it for the last week, and I thought, no, do it the first week so that it'll really get you into the mood for Halloween. Now, this is a movie that I have to see when it came out. Hold on, I just went into the intro for it. This movie came out in 1988, which means I would have been a sophomore, junior in high school. I can remember watching it when I was in high school, and I can remember, it scared the hell out of me. Two movies that I loved when I was growing up around Halloween season, and they aren't even like super scary movies, but one of them was, I think it's a Disney movie, was Something Wicked This Way Comes. I loved that movie so much, about the carnival. It's a Ray Bradbury book that they turned into a movie, but it's about a carnival that comes to town, like this evil carnival. It's so good. If you've never seen Something Wicked This Way Comes, if it's on Tubi, I should pick it, but I don't know if it's on Tubi. I won't even check. If it's on Tubi, I'll pick it this month. But anyway, and so I love Something Wicked This Way Comes because it's just like they're walking through the woods, and it's very fall, and I live in Indiana, so the leaves change color, and it's very fall. Indiana looks a lot, I mean, Stranger Things takes place, the TV show Stranger Things takes place in Indiana, and I tell people, the show looks like Southern Indiana. So, I mean, it's beautiful here in the fall. The leaves change, and I love shows like that. And so, this movie is a movie that, for me, it is scary. It's more of like, kind of like, realistically scary. And so the movie for this week is Lady in White. And I don't know if you've ever seen it before, but it's so fantastically done. It came out in 1988. It is available on Tubi and other places. It's considered a thriller and a horror movie. There's no gore in this movie whatsoever. I don't believe there is. It's an hour and 53 minutes long, and it's rated PG-13, so it's not even rated R. In this sleeper film, which combines 1960s nostalgia with supernatural horror, an inquisitive 10-year-old boy is locked in his classroom closet. While there, he sees the ghost of one of 10 children who've been molested and killed in the past 10 years. He also sees, but not clearly, the murderer, who then begins pursuing him. So what it's about, I can remember it, the music at the beginning of the movie is absolutely beautiful. It's about this guy, and he's going home. And the cab driver is asking him, like, oh, like, I've read your books, or like, my wife loves all your, I don't know how I remember this, but his wife's like, the music at the beginning of the movie is beautiful. And his wife is like, he's like, my wife reads all your books. She's going to die when I tell her that, like, you were in my car today or my cab today. I think he asks him to sign a book, and then he pulls up and he says, like, have you been back here for a long time? So it's about this author that's left town, and he's telling this story of what happened to him when he was, 10 years old, I believe is what it says, when he was 10 years old. And it starts off with him going to, like, school on Halloween, and they're all dressed up, and it's in the 60s, and he is, like, written this scary story for the classroom, and so then he gets locked in a closet, and it's, like, what ensues after that, and, like, what he sees and what he witnesses. It is really, really, really good. So I'm very excited that that's the movie for this week. This has been on my list for a while, so I'm glad that it's still up here and it hasn't left. I'm telling you, because I'm so upset about Suburbia leaving Tubi, you might want to make sure that you watch this before it leaves, but I think it'll probably be here at least through the month of October because it's very Halloween focused. So the movie for this week is Lady in White. If you've never watched it before, trust me, you're going to want to light a candle, put in some hot chocolate or coffee or tea, because it is one of those kind of movies. It's so good. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Let me know in the comment section below if you would like more Halloween-focused movies this month. I can do that. Or what kind of movies you guys would like to watch for those that you're watching along. I love you guys so much. I'm probably not going to film videos over here Saturday and Sunday. I'll be filming my vlog through the weekend, but I think I'm going to take Saturday and Sunday off because Sunday I have True Crime Book Club, and then tomorrow I'm just going to rest and relax. So I will see you guys back on Monday. I love you, and I will see you then. Bye.